Welcome back. All of the info is at the end of the video and some tips and secrets. Gemini, welcome back. We're here to do your update for the month of May, both psychically and intuitively. Now, we are going to cover the general energy, and then we're going to move into singles, couples, and twin flames. We do have twin flame updates throughout the month, so if it is something you're interested in, feel free to come through and get the updates. Now, I'm seeing for your star sign at the moment, there can be some emotions almost feeling like you're a headless chook, okay? You can feel that there is something at the moment, it's like changing, okay? Big changes. Now, these changes are making you feel intellectually like you're on all systems go. I feel almost there could be a circumstance where you feel you need a little bit of help, and that can be almost like you're trying to find a breakthrough, you're multitasking. I do feel it's going to ease up, but I feel that the thing that you don't see is there's going to be some real blessings with the work that you're doing. There could be a position that you land this month and you could come into quite a bit of wealth, but I do feel you're going to be super social. And I feel these individuals, it's almost like I feel you're going to meet some individuals that are going to be very helpful. I also feel you could be taking on a lot more responsibility. Now, for some of you, you can be feeling as though you need to widen your horizons, broaden your horizons. You could be second guessing yourself, but I do feel, really move beyond that. There's a lot of tension here, Gemini, okay? And I feel it's almost these old emotions coming up. Yeah, it's a bit of an awakening. You're feeling as though some situation is driving a little bit bonkers. You can't really see the hay for the clouds, but you do feel spiritually, as you're shedding skin and renewing, you could potentially be judging yourself a little bit. So we've got the communication, which is very Mercury in orientation. Your star sign is linked to Mercury. Mercury is going retrograde. That is happening on the 10th, but for some of you can be feeling it already. Now, this reflection can be where you feel and again, I'm hearing the Empress close, wanting to change your image, wanting to vuv it up a bit, changing your demeanor, and really feeling that, you quite don't understand why people aren't understanding you. You could for a little bit, take it personal, and it could make you feel a little bit tense. Now, the thing that you're not seeing coming on the horizon is going to be expanding your horizons. And I do feel for some of you, emotions from the past relating to the things you directly depended on, it's almost like you're trying to rework your life so it's more functioning based on where you currently are versus where you were. I do feel there's an old situation relating to a past tense person. You could have memories also of a loved one who passed over. Now, this doesn't have to be a family member. This may be, could be a grandmother. For some of you, it can be a friend. And I feel some of you, you're thinking back to the simpler times. I also feel those simpler times, it's the social activities, it's how simple maybe a connection was, how dependable it was. And it can be to a point where you feel, you can't see the hay for the clouds. How is this going to transform? What can you do? And so, it can be causing tension. I feel as you move through the first week, there is going to be a lot of attention on getting home in order. And I do feel, especially when it does come to where you're living, you could be really reflecting about that at the moment. And some of you also, based around home-based businesses, this could be an extremely active time. I do feel you're having this emotion, especially, again, contracts, partnerships, love, friends. It's a lot of flashbacks. And it's you in the mix of that and how all these circumstances have changed. I do feel some of you can be changing your career. Some of you are broadening. Can't say it. See, the Gemini. Good old communication, broadening your horizons, and you could be multitasking. So for some of you, it could be that you're working at a location and you're considering opening a business, but it feels like this multitasking, and I'm almost seeing you standing at the edge of a cliff, and it's like you're gearing up ready to go, okay, the full card into row. Do I actually take that leap of faith? And again, I do feel there might be a light bulb moment where you're feeling, okay, I think this can really work. What am I to do with this? I do feel by the time we move to the 10th, there could be some leads that you get, and this could be some information, an idea, and really reassessing some of these hopes, dreams, and aspirations. Into love, we got cut off. Okay, singles. Now, this is going to be a supercharged time for you, and I do feel if you were feeling a little bit like everything was going wrong, I do feel this month it's going to be a lot more active and social. I do feel there's going to be a helping hand, and for some of you, there may be a friend who does become romantically interested in you. Others of you, I do feel there's this activation where you're actually changing your way of being, changing your appearance. And I do feel people are actually going to notice your new style that's coming through. But I do feel these people that you haven't seen in a long time, that haven't talked to, I do feel they're coming back, and I do feel you may need to take a playful approach. I kind of feel in the mix, some of you could receive a phone call or an invitation, but you may not be home. And I also feel it's because everything has been super serious. If there is a group that you are becoming involved in, or some pastimes that you're directly addressing, I feel you're broadening your horizons, and I do feel, again, it can be quite a social time. I'm getting I do feel for some of you, you're going to have an invitation, and it can be with a group of individuals that maybe you don't gel with so well. And I'm noticing her looking down like, good grief, do I have to do this again? I do feel, your notion of social and their notion of social is very different. I'm hearing Jesus take the wheel, and it's almost like, God, how do I get out of this? How am I going to get out of this? And I just feel with this card of Aries coming through, don't do anything you don't want to do. Don't do anything that you may feel uncomfortable with, because I do feel potentially it could be a very tense kind of experience, and I get this feeling that you won't want to do it again. I do feel there's jealousy coming up this month, but Gemini, I don't feel it's on your side of the fence, Styles. I feel it can be, a lot of emotions from other individuals in a perspective. And I feel you to be really quiet temporarily, not for too long, because I do see you actually speaking out against a situation, against a falsity. You don't do fake it, so I'm seeing that you're not really wanting to fake it. I do see some of you guys hitting the gym, and this can be getting a new exercise routine, but it's more the fun element of, exercise routine. It's shaking a routine up, but your routine may look messy this month, but it's to correct things. I also feel if you were having health-related dynamics going on, and you were feeling you were suppressing a lot in and not being able to explain it, I do feel that's coming to a head, and you're going to have a new style of a routine. Again, if you feel that it's been very tedious to manage these things, I feel by restructuring, you're going to get that done. I also feel in the element of romance, some of you are feeling it could be quite a one-sided transaction, and you really could be speaking your truth. Some of you are feeling as though, it's almost like looking under the armpits. Is there something you've done wrong? Why isn't this working? I don't feel it's that it's you, Gemini. I feel it's our belief systems, and I feel in a shadow effect, because we do have Black Moon Lilith in Cancer, especially around the eclipse, because it always relates to Sun and Moon. I do feel some of you are feeling as though, is it me sort of thing. It's like a cloudy emotion that can come through. I do feel you're going to really come through a lot more boldly, but you do need to really nurture yourself while you're going through that thought process, and potentially, put ourselves away from individuals that may trigger us, so that we can have that purge if we need to, but have that new epiphany. I feel you have some real big things coming, and I do feel these, it's many times we talk about the element of manifestation and we say, hey, where is it then? I have been manifesting, I have been keeping my vibe high. And it's not that we have to keep our vibe high in order to receive a manifestation. It's that sometimes in that 7 stages of healing, we can get to a space that we are feeling quite exhausted. I do see that, the card is saying heaven helps you. I do feel it's a previous manifestation. I also feel it's to do with romantic partnership. I feel that, we've got dolphins all over these cards, which is to do with an intimate partnership. And I do see this, it's almost like they do vibe your style. They vibe the way you guys used to be. But what they need to understand is you have changed and you do have this hidden side of you that is sort of very sassy, very dependable, but you also require the same back. And I do feel through candid conversations, you are going to get the breakthrough you need. This person doesn't want you to go. And I do feel if you were thinking about leaving, I feel they're coming in. I'm hearing the Cinderella effect. They're coming in just as the, clock strikes 12. And I feel there could be some major decisions that both parties need to make in the mix, but I do feel a very transparent conversation. I also feel that they can tell by your body language when you're upset. So I do feel this is a person that has known you for quite a while. For others of you that are single, I do feel you could meet a love interest at a social gathering. And this can be in a group, it could be at a gym. But I do see that as a potential long-term situation, and it could kick off very actively. So look out for that one. We're going to move on to couples. Now, couples, I'm seeing for you guys this month, you have some bold moves that you're making. You do have a lot on your plate, Gemini. So those of you that are in a coupled relationship, you can have a lot of activity around your home zone. Now, for some of you, it could be that you are considering changing the house around, getting things in order. It could be that you are considering having an addition. I really feel it could be moving more than anything. So it's either moving furniture, repairs, cleaning things up, just getting things in order. But there's a major decision that's being made here, and there's a plan that's being forged. And I also feel for some of you, you could have a major party this month. This could be a social function. I also feel if you're deciding to make a very large investment, the decision could come through more than likely in the next 2 weeks, but it can be to enhance the position of where you are right now. Now, it doesn't mean to say that that isn't making you tense. Some of you are wondering, is it going to be okay? Is it going to work? If it is a business venture that you're looking at, I do feel you can gain some wealth through this, but the tension in managing it to get it to where it needs to be, that can be causing you some stress and angst, especially if you're second guessing yourself. Some of you, I'm hearing that you have a lot to do and you need to get it done at the last hour. You can't see the hope of the clouds. You deal with one task, something else is coming up. You don't even have time to scratch yourself. That's how it's coming. I do feel by mid-month you'll be more social. I do feel you also may require other people around you to level up. And it kind of feels that you're handling quite a bit. Now, at work, I also see those of you in coupled relationships, your partner's income can be changing. You may be assessing the give and take in the connection. They may also have some circumstances of documentation they need to deal with, but I'm also seeing the give and take within the connection is under review. Now, for some of them, if they are out of work, I do feel they could sign a contract. But again, I'm feeling that there is a changed situation here. There's something to do with paperwork, something to do with the contract. I feel some of you may be, I don't know why I'm seeing friends. Okay, let's see this. I'm seeing your pocket of friends. You could be catching up with a group of friends. I do see a holiday, but I feel this is more coming future tense. I also feel you really need to look after your health this month. Really look after it, especially in the first 2 weeks. For some of you, you're experiencing headaches. I do feel this is tension, but I also feel increase your fluid, especially through the crown chakra. What tends to happen is we've got a lot of crown and throat chakra. It tends to be like a third eye headache. Neck aches, headaches. Yeah, it's like something's happening very quickly. Whatever this is, it's like something's happening very quickly. I can see about 3 people coming to stay at the home. It could send things into disarray, but it's social. It's happy. This could be old friends. It could be a couple. I also feel for those of you that have older children, I don't know why, I'm seeing a happy event. This happy event could be a connection that moves to the next level. Maybe they're getting engaged. But I feel something's happening in your children's life. It's going to that next level. Okay, where's the romance? Oh God, some of you have a lot to say to your love interest, and there has been some worries about money. There has been some worries about love, and I feel you've muted yourself enough. I feel you want to, you know, you want to treat yourself. You want to look after yourself, and I do feel some of you, if you did have health-related issues and it had really put you backwards in life, I do see this month, it feels as though you may have a very candid conversation with your partner. Initially, you may find that you don't quite know how to broach it. But I feel as the retrogrades come in, I do feel you'll be able to find the correct words to articulate this. Again, you're kind of like, I see a chessboard, and the chessboard's almost showing me, it's like, okay, where do I position myself? What do I say? How do I articulate how I'm feeling to do with this circumstance? Because you don't want to come off as, I wouldn't say cheesy, but you don't want to come off as brash. So it is causing some tension, but this is causing a little bit of irritation for you. I actually don't think this person knows they're doing it. I do feel they have been, oh, it sounds terrible. I hate saying this. It may have been, in your eyes, they have been a little bit self-centered. And it doesn't mean they are. They're not, unbeknownst to you, they don't know. They're like, what? Yeah, oh, look. I feel they're going to give you a gift. I feel they're going to, you know, yeah, they may respond to you very differently to how you thought they would. So the clarifier is saying, yes, know your worth. Yes, use the right words. Don't let it get to a head. Don't let it get to a peak point where everything blows up, that it has to be really terrible. Some of you feel that things are just moving too quickly. Others of you, it's nothing's moving and you need to address it. So I do feel it's like you want that spice back in life. You want to be intellectually stimulated. But when it does come to love and emotions, it's really coming to a peak. But I do feel, don't feel cursed, okay? If you have felt a little bit cursed, like, God, you know, I'm everything to everyone, I kind of feel this is turning over a new leaf for you, doll. So try and have some faith in yourself, because I do feel you're going to be in a very good position by month's end, and especially when it does come to bold decisions. I do feel for some of you, you could have this reworking of the connection, and it can be more chemistry orientated, but it can be more social as well. But I do feel it's about getting back on that same page, working together as a team. I do feel this person's felt a little bit down about themselves. I don't feel that they have been happy with the way things in their life had been playing out. So I kind of get that that's where they're at, but I don't feel it's remaining there. If they have been really victim orientated, I don't feel necessarily openly, but emotionally inside, they maybe have psychologically been a little bit MIA for you, and you could be speaking your mind and you could get to the bottom of it. Okay, let's have a look. Twin flames. Very interesting month. Now, some of you are feeling like, okay, now I'm hearing some of you are feeling, has this person woken up? And the funny thing is, I always find, especially with coaching twin flames, and especially with working with the element of ascension, this month, and I'll go feminine, masculine, and only because on this instance it's asking me to, your guides are helping you, and everything is directly divinely guided, but you emotionally, especially looking at twin flame astrology, you had gone through last year and the year before, an awakening based on the sense of self. Now, anytime we go through a 1st and a 7th house transit, it's like a revolving door. It's there's no I in team, but there's no team in I, you know. So there is, especially this month, we're going to have Jupiter moving into the place of Aries, which is really great for awakening our inner divine. We each have masculine energy inside ourselves, which is power, it's thought, it's how we feel to do with the situation. Don't be surprised if that comes through where you see yourself in a different predicament. Now, I do feel this is moving through. I do feel if you've lacked faith, and if you're a feminine, you may be super surprised that this month things are going to move very quickly and you can have communication. So regardless of whether you're the feminine or the masculine in the mix of this star sign, I do see both parties here are going to have a bit of a surprise. You at an intellectual level, them at a physical 3D level. And so the empath energy is reworking the aura. The masculine is taking direct action. But I do feel in the communication sense, some of you can be feeling, okay, do I say something? Do I not? How am I feeling towards this? Do I move? Do I let it go? I feel in a child energy, and I'm going to pull clarify because I'm seeing the dolphin. A dolphin is all to do with very scorpionic. It's a very intimate creature. It's also very it mates for life, very twin flame energy coming through here. And we have 2 cards for the dolphin. We also have the lovebird, lighten up, hummingbird, and tension relating to this. Now, it's almost like you're like, God, I haven't heard anything. There's no movement. We go back, we go forward. That has been pretty much for the last 5 to 6 months. This is the portal this month where we get the breakthroughs. Yeah, it's like you don't believe it. You're not believing it. Now, I'm hearing Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet eating her curds away. Now, why am I saying that? I'm saying it because I do feel it could fall in your lap. I do feel a chain of events and your guides are helping you. So it's almost like if a chain of events happen and you think, you know, I'm socializing, bang, I hear from this person. 9 times out of 10 when you have the movement and the connection, it's when you are focused on self. So it's really great that we do have the transits moving into Aries, because it is going to help us actually decide what is right for us. And I feel as we do that, we come home to ourselves. And as we do, both the yin and the yang do come home. And it is our guides helping us see that so we can embody that vibration. Now, I do feel it's then, initially in the first week, you might find, gee, you know, am I on the right page? And there's unresolved feelings and emotions that are going to be dealt with. There is going to be conversations to do with dreams and disillusionment, but also it's the actions and the words matching, and I feel that's what we're going to see this month. So feel that, you know, feel open to it, but at the moment you can feel it's impossible, it can't heal, the dream isn't real, because you're moving through a stage of the awakening. But I do feel right when you have the ascension, which I'm seeing happen in the first week, I do feel you can have some major breakthroughs here. Yes, major breakthroughs. Now, forgiveness. From a heart-centered point of view, there is going to be a very transparent conversation. I'm hearing mind over matter, head over heart, a wish that you made before. It is coming back, and I do feel opportunities are going to be presented for you. Now, yes, as I mentioned previously, there can be some jealousy, but I don't necessarily feel it's from you, Gemini. Love and light, I will see you through the week. Come through. If you want a private booking, we can have a look at that. I can help you with your blockages. Otherwise, if you want the regular coaching, the Twin Flame memberships that I host on the website provide you with the star signs as well as the Twin Flame updates to give you the mirror work, ascension reports, and more. Take care, beautifuls. I'll see you soon. Come through and join our notification hub on the website at YILDIZ Readings 5D. Never miss a notification. Do click the link directly below and it takes you straight there. Very separately, we do have free star sign subscriptions and twin flame, as well as the paid version where we dive deep. And yes, we have duo packs. The duo packs give you free meditation tracks that are hosted via the website with up and coming education content. For a personal booking, you can go directly below. We also have the webinars coming up. So if you don't want to miss such, visit the website. Otherwise, I'll see you live throughout the month. Please comment on the video. It shares it through the algorithm. And thank you. And I love you all so much for being part of YILDIZ Readings 5D journey.